Hello and welcome back to the Cosmic Goddess channel. My name is Fola and I am very, very blessed to be doing this weekly energy reading for you. It's going to be for the week of April 23rd through the 30th, the last week of April. Happy Taurus season, y'all. I'm a Taurus sun, so I'm super excited for May. But I know there's some April Tauruses out there too. All right, so let's get started as we usually do with our astro transits. Let's do this. Monday, April 24th. The sun is going to conjoin the North Node, and then Mercury in Taurus is going to sextile Mars in Cancer. So you might feel like you need to take care of others, you need to make sure that you're being stable for others, but really that North Node is saying, no, what can you do for yourself? How can you be more generous with you? How can you find a way to be more comfortable, more within your own energy, not for anybody else, not to support anybody else, not to be loyal to anybody else, not to build things for other people, but for you, for yourself. How can you fill your own cup? So when Mercury, that's retrograde, by the way, when Mercury sextiles Mars, it's going to give you new ways of filling your own cup, of taking care of your own feelings, of acting on how you feel. Because in truth, a lot of us, we can let our emotions seep out into the world. And when they're not within us, they're not sanctified or protected, they can cause a lot of damage, or we can be damaged by letting our emotions spill out and spill over. And you don't want to do that. You want to let your emotions be your own internal guiding system. Allow your emotions to drive you to do things for yourself. Learn to parent yourself today. Tuesday, April 25th, Venus in Gemini is going to sextile Chiron in Aries, and then the Sun in Taurus is going to sextile Saturn in Pisces. Now, this is very supporting energy. And what this energy wants us to do is to ground ourselves into spiritual practices and help us to let go of control, to step into our own natural flow, to implement being more mutable, being more flexible into our structure. Because that Sun in Taurus really, really likes the things that it knows. Very fixed energy. But Saturn in Pisces wants you to know that being flexible, it will actually bring you to people, places, and things that you never knew that you could enjoy. Especially when Venus in Gemini is involved. And with it sextiling Chiron in Aries, it can be a healing moment for us. A moment for us to step out of our comfort zone, to overcome any fears that we have had in the past about our self-assertion, and to put ourselves out there, to mix and mingle, because you never know what beautiful experiences are there for you, waiting on the other side of your fear. All you got to do is step over the puddle, step over the bridge, close the gap, and find out what's on the other side. Wednesday, April 26th. This is a Cancer moon bonanza day, okay? So the Cancer moon is going to sextile Uranus in Taurus, then conjunct Mars in Cancer, square Jupiter in Aries, and then trine Neptune in Pisces. It's going to feel like a lot. The moon, while it's exalted in Cancer, can be very, very sensitive, all right? So this day is going to feel like a lot is just being thrown at you, and you might feel like you have to catch up today. The moon in Cancer is always looking for what it knows, what makes it feel safe and comfortable. It's very sentimental and it can be attached. But this energy with Uranus and Taurus, Uranus is about disruptions. Mars wants us to go, wants us to take action. And Cancer is very much so blanketing energy, right? Jupiter in Aries, once again, is wanting us to take off like a rocket. And it's a squaring energy, all right? So the moon is like, no, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to do this. And Jupiter is like, let's do it. We're doing it, whether you like it or not. And then that trine to Neptune in Pisces is going to soothe you. A lot of things are going on. It may be internal, but it's still going to feel like a lot. And what I want you to do on this day is to hold on to your confidence, hold on to your self-esteem, Know that the things that are happening may throw you off balance, but it will be okay and you will feel wonderful and connected by the end of the day. Know that you can overcome anything, absolutely anything that comes your way. Thursday, April 27th. Mars in Cancer is going to square Chiron in Aries, and the Leo moon is going to square the North Node. Now, this is explosive energy, grounded by the North Node, but the Leo moon is not going to be happy with Taurus energy leading him. Leo moons are very prideful, and there's just a lot of, I want to do what I want to do, but Taurus feels that way as well, and the North Node is going to blow Leo's mind this day. All four of these signs, Cancer, Aries, Taurus, and Leo, wants what it wants. Now, Cancer and Aries may be cardinal signs, but they are still very much so my way or the highway. Cancer a little less, but Cancer energy is more volatile when Mars is involved. This energy wants what it wants, but today you're being asked to step into acceptance. Even when you don't get what you want, it doesn't reflect on who you are as a person. It doesn't have anything to do with how good you are or what you've done in the past. Sometimes the things that are for us take their sweet old time finding us. And then guess what? The things that aren't for us, even if we want it so badly, they will always elude us because they're not meant for us. And when you find that something that you want is just not for you, what you need to tell yourself is, I have been spared. The thing you think you want may not be actually what you need or want at all. This day is about others versus the self. It is about poking at our personal wounding, and it is to open up our heart space, to take us into a space where we are no longer blaming ourselves for the things that don't go as planned in our lives. Step into more of your Taurus energy and know that even though you may love them, the people in your lives, and they may be great assets, the only person you need on your side is you and your higher self. Your higher self is always with you. Even if you feel like you've been abandoned, you are never alone. Your higher self always has your best interests at heart. Your higher self is always there, guiding you gently. You are always loved, and you are always in the right place at the right time. Friday, April 28th, the Leo moon is going to square Mercury retrograde in Taurus, sextile Chiron in Aries, square Uranus in Taurus, and sextile Venus in Gemini. This day is going to be interesting because this Leo moon really thinks it knows what it's doing, but it's going to be knocked off its socks, okay? Then it's going to be gently cradled by the sextiles, but these squares to Uranus in Taurus and Mercury retrograde in Taurus are kind of like being pushed around. And the Leo moon doesn't like to be pushed around. It gets very prideful. And so when it feels like it's being bullied, it can have serious outbursts. The energy is sequenced perfectly, because you have this square to Mercury and Taurus, which can be a miscommunication that can hurt the ego. Then you have a sextile to Chiron and Aries that goes, it's okay, it's okay. Remember, this has nothing to do with you. It's not about you. You're all right. It's going to give you a little bit of healing. And then you've got a square to Uranus and Taurus, which is going to throw something, an obstacle in your path and shake things up a little bit. And then Venus and Gemini is going to go, that's all right. We're going to give you some attention that Leo moon loves and desires. So as this day breaks you forcefully out of your comfort zone, as this day shows you practicality versus passion, which one is going to win, it's also going to provide you with answers. It's going to provide you with soothing. You just have to listen deeply. You have to take comfort in the new answers, the new perspectives that will be coming in from Venus and Gemini, the healing that will be provided from that sextile with Chiron and Aries, and you'll be all right. Saturday, April 29th, Mars in Cancer is going to sextile Uranus and Taurus. This is an interesting day. We've had a pretty rocky week. We've had a pretty up and down week. And this day is going to bring us into some soothing energy. It's going to calm our waters. It's going to make us feel nurtured and protected. It's going to bring us back to safety. This is a day that's going to propel us towards success, because that Leo moon is going to trine Jupiter, and then the moon's going to go into Virgo and then trine the North Node. And so it's a day to let go of any adversity that you have faced throughout the week and to settle back into yourself, settle back into your comfort. Your feelings towards the energy, the unstable energy that Uranus is bringing, they may have evolved from, oh no, I don't like this, I don't want this, I want things to stay the same. You may have gotten a little bit more comfortable with how change feels. That moon in Virgo is like, okay, change, okay, fine, let me prepare for it. Let me get all the details ironed out so I feel really, really comfortable. Sunday, April 30th. The Virgo moon is going to oppose Saturn in Pisces, trine the sun in Taurus, and then trine Mercury retrograde in Taurus. And this day is all about allowing the universe to step in, help the universe help you. Listen to all of the solutions that the Virgo moon is providing you. Try not to overplan. Allow Saturn and Pisces to take a little bit of the reins. But this is a really good day for improvement. And you might be getting messages from others or from spirit on how you can improve, on who may need your help, how you can help yourself, and how to let the universe help you. This is a day to get a little bit closer to the new and improved version of yourself. This is a day to step into a new beginning and to let some little piece slough off. That Virgo moon is really going to help with Mercury retrograde, because you may have been feeling the retrograde over the last week and a half, and then the Virgo moon is going to be like, hey you, hey you, hey you. After it talked to Saturn in Pisces, it's then going to come to you for some answers, some solutions. Virgo is wonderful with figuring things out. It is a mutable sign working with Mercury and Taurus. And so it can show you how you can be a little bit more flexible in your life, how you can be a little bit more understanding. All right, y'all, let's get to this reading. You know how it's going to go. The first card that I'm going to pull is the overall energy of the week for April 24th through the 30th. And then the second card is going to be any obstacles that we're facing. And the third card is going to be wisdom and messages. Ooh, geez. From the ancestors. Let's just see let's see what's going on there. Interesting. Okay. We're going to put them back in the deck. We're going to put them back in the deck and shuffle. And then I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. And I haven't decided which decks I'm going to use. So we'll see when we get there. Spirits, ancestors, guides. What wisdom does the collective need to hear for this week, for April 24th through the 30th, the last week, the penultimate week in April? What do we need to know? Yeah. Okay, I'm being told to stop. All right. First card. Two of Swords reversed. Interesting. So either we're not following our intuition this week, or we're letting go of the duality in our minds, of the this way, that way, this way, that way. I don't know which one to go. I don't know which one to choose. The battle, the struggle that is constantly in our brains, telling us, I want this, but should I? If you guys have never heard of splitting your energy is when somebody says, hey, I want this, but immediately you are splitting your energy. Instead of going directly towards the thing that you said you wanted, the thing that you know in your heart that you want, you give yourself an excuse for why you can't have it. That is called splitting your energy. And that is what I'm getting for this week. That's what this card feels like. All right. Obstacle. The Hermit. Ooh, we got to spend some alone time. We got to spend some time reflecting, listening to our inner guide. This is the obstacle, though. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe that's what it is, spending too much time by yourself. Let's see. I'm going to pull clarifying cards for each of these cards, by the way. Spending too much time, that can be an issue. Spending too much time contemplating in your brain, in your head, instead of doing, instead of just going. That can present an issue. The Hermit can also present as loneliness. The Hermit represents Virgo. And with Saturn in Pisces, Virgo can definitely get too locked up in all of the details. Virgo is the sign that if somebody doesn't make them go towards the things that they want, they will spend all of their time planning things out, making sure things are right, but then they're never actually right. It's like when somebody says, what's that phrase? Oh, if you ever wait for the perfect time to have kids, you'll never have kids, because it's never the perfect time. The perfect time, what is perfect? Divine timing says when you have a feeling, a strong urge, a strong desire, when your intuition is screaming at you, you do the thing. And when you overthink and spend too much time thinking, you can miss the window of opportunity. All right, let's get to this wisdom card. Let's go. Wisdom. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. The wisdom card is telling us maybe we are too ambitious. Whoa. The wisdom card is saying we're not ready yet, but it's not that it's not coming, but there's time that needs to be spent. Ooh, wait. Hold on. All right, let's pull some clarifying cards. Let's pull some clarifying cards. All right. I want to know about that Three of Wands first. Give me a clarifier for the Three of Wands reversed. Give me a clarifier for the Three of Wands reversed. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Okay. Can I get a clarifier for the Hermit as the obstacle? Whoa. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And can I get a clarifying card for the Two of Swords? I'm going to just turn these up so you can see them a little bit better. Let me get a clarifier for the Two of Swords reversed as the energy. I flipped it. I'm just going to put it this way because I'm not sure. I think it came out reversed. And this one, empathy, says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. This is a very strong message. All right, y'all, bear with me. I am taking these messages in, and this definitely came out reversed. you can't always get this and that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Sometimes you have to choose. Sometimes you have to let one thing go in order to allow another to thrive. Because if you try to hold on to both things, you end up doing yourself and those things a disservice. And this is going to be hard, okay? This, listening to yourself and choosing one thing, choosing what you actually want, is difficult. But guess what? Sometimes if we're not actually made to make a choice, we don't step into the energy of valuing the thing that we chose deeply. We end up resenting both things that we've chosen because they're throwing us into chaos. This Three of Wands says, take a step back. Do not go for all of the things that you want. Don't just speed ahead and think that you're ready, because you might drown in the ocean. When the Three of Wands is upright, it's saying you are ready, you can do this. When it is reversed, it's either saying you're not ready to step into the energy, or there's too much going on. Danger, 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 Will Robinson. In the Light Seers deck, this Three of Wands has, let me just show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. Oh, wait, that's not the Light Seers deck. That's the African American Tarot. My bad, y'all. It's the African American Tarot. I could see the picture in my head so vividly that I just figured it was a deck that I work with all the time. It's the African American Tarot. Look. He's venturing out and there are hyenas waiting to pounce. Waiting for him. Waiting to eat him alive. And if he goes out there when he's not ready, when he hasn't made a decision, when he hasn't carefully thought it through, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be lunchtime. And not for him. And look, sometimes it's not even, sometimes we want to do all the things because we don't want to say no to others, or we don't want to say no to ourselves. We want what we want when we want it, which doesn't that remind you of something? The astrology readings. We want what we want. And so we say yes to ourselves and continue to say yes. And we overload our system. We take on too much for ourselves. Accept responsibility for your own well-being. Know your limits. That's not to say tear yourself down or tell yourself that you can't. You could possibly have both things that you want, but in due time. Timing is everything. But don't spend too long waiting and vexing over the decision. Because at a certain point, it becomes less about following your intuition, and then you start making this is Virgo energy. Virgo energy wants to make PowerPoints and spreadsheets and pro and con lists. And it's like, you just need to follow your heart, follow your intuition. Two of Swords is all about just doing, listening, stepping into honoring your inner voice. All right. Let's do the Animal Spirit Oracle. What wisdom can you give us for this week? This deck is so big that I'm shuffling it in half. Ooh, I already got 2 cards. Hold on. Shuffle it in half, and then I'll shuffle the ones that popped out. What wisdom do we need for this week? Oh, See, this deck this half of the deck didn't even need it. So I'll turn over both cards. Ooh, we got Groundhog Spirit. Time to let go. And then we got Porcupine Spirit reversed, which is time for a beginner mind. And I know, because I've read this card so many times, that Porcupine Spirit is like, well, treat this as if you don't know anything. Go into this situation with curiosity and fervor, as if you are a beginner. But this week's energy is saying you're not a beginner. You know what you're doing. You know exactly what you want. All you have to do is let the other thing you want it, but you don't want it as badly. You got to let that go. You got to let that thing go. And then this Three of Wands might turn upright. All right, crystal. What crystal can we work with for the energy of this week? We're going to need it, it seems. What crystal can we... Ooh, we got two. Clear quartz. Yes, get crystal clear on that decision that you're going to need to make. And chrysocolla, start fresh. Beautiful. I have faith that by Sunday, if you listen to those astro transits, by Sunday, you will have made a decision. By Sunday, you will have let something go that no longer is serving you. Put it on the back burner. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Your time is precious and you are valuable. Your presence is valuable. I hope you have a lovely week. Bye. Bye now.